Muletrain!
And it is time now for this edition of the Muletrain News Program, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant on this Wednesday, November the 11th, 2015.
Al Henderson, 100 years of age, formerly of Muleshoe, died peacefully on Sunday at Tanglewood Village in Lubbock. Visitation will be here in Muleshoe Thursday morning from 8:30 to noon at Ellie's Funeral Home, and the graveside service will be in the Muleshoe Memorial Park Thursday afternoon at 2. Alden Travis Henderson was born in Cold Springs, Oklahoma in 1915, 100 years ago, to Clarence and Leona Christian Henderson. He spent most of his life living in West Texas and eastern New Mexico. He will be remembered by many of us here in Muleshoe when he worked at Fry & Cox Incorporated for Jim and Ed Cox. Known by most people as Al, he farmed in Farwell and also at House, New Mexico, and mastered heavy equipment maintenance for many local farmers. A veteran of World War II, Al Henderson spent most of his service in the Pacific as an Army engineer constructing airbase runways in the Philippine Islands campaigns. He was awarded the Medal of Honor for meritorious service in the face of enemy fire and won marksmanship notoriety with his rifle skills. He was very proud of his service to his country that lasted 4 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, and 1 day. He was a member of the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation Board and worked countless hours remodeling the Santa Fe Depot. In his spare time, Al Henderson enjoyed traveling, seeing all of the United States and all of the Canadian provinces too. He also enjoyed weekly dances, attending musical and comedy venues, and volunteer work, such as the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation here. Al Henderson was a loving husband, father, grandfather, and friend. Survivors are his wife, Jewel, of 20 years, and she lives in Lubbock. His 2 sons, Leonard of Lubbock and David and his wife, Vicky of Odessa. 3 grandchildren, Andrea Lake of Fort Worth, Kevin Henderson of Lubbock, and Amanda Henderson of Odessa. Also, there are 11 great-grandchildren and 1 great-great-grandchild whom he thoroughly enjoyed, as well as many nephews, nieces, and cousins. Also surviving are Jewel Henderson's family, who adopted him as their own, including Phyllis and James Shepard of Muleshoe, Stephen, Scott, James, Johnny, and Jack, and their families. Al Henderson was preceded in death by his parents, Miss Clarence Henderson, his wife of 49 years, Edith Pearl Beatty Henderson of Muleshoe, and his sister, Allie Henderson Willard. Please remember all of the family of Al Henderson in your prayers, and they ask that memorials be sent to your favorite charity, including hospice care facilities. Special thanks are given to the caring staff of Tanglewood Village. Condolence messages may be mailed to 3120 1212 San Pedro Drive in Odessa, and that zip code is 79765. Also, you can send sympathy messages to www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Al Henderson, formerly of Muleshoe, was 100 years of age when he died on Sunday at the Tanglewood Village in Lubbock. The visitation will be Thursday morning here in Muleshoe from 8:30 till noon at Ellie's Funeral Home, and then the graveside service in the Muleshoe Memorial Park will be Thursday afternoon at 2 under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe. Christian Rojas, 18 of Muleshoe, died Friday morning here in Muleshoe. He was the son of Carlos and Tori Tosh Rojas. He had attended Muleshoe High School. Christian Alexander Rojas. Funeral arrangements are under the direction of Agape Funeral Home in Lubbock. Please remember all of the family of Christian Rojas, 18 years of age, in your prayers, please. As an observance of Veterans Day here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 on the cable in Muleshoe, we are rotating the recent interview we did with Donald Phelps of Muleshoe, who went this fall on the honor flight to Washington, D.C. out of Lubbock. Also on that same flight was another Korean veteran, Jimmy Royston of Earth. And we also have shared that on our Twitter and our Facebook, the interview with Donald Phelps. The high in Muleshoe on Tuesday was 74. The low was 32. And on this Veterans Day, we woke up at 7 o'clock to 42 degrees.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. And this edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by 5 Area Telephone. And, of course, overnight we had a cold front move through with windy conditions. We have a wind advisory in effect this Wednesday afternoon until 3 p.m. We can get gusts as high as 55 miles per hour this afternoon, but around 3 to 4 p.m. that wind advisory ends, and so it should calm down, but we'll have much colder weather behind this cold front. Areas of blowing dust today on Veterans Day. Sunny, high near 60 degrees. Windy conditions with gusts up to 50 to 55 miles per hour. We'll have a west wind constant 25 to 30 miles per hour, decreasing later this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 24. North winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming west in the evening. Sunny on Thursday, high near 60 degrees. West northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then mostly clear Thursday night, low around 30. Sunny on Friday, high near 60 degrees. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 32. Then Saturday, beginning our weekend, mostly sunny, high near 61 degrees. South-southwest wind between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 38. Sunday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, high near 67. Partly cloudy Sunday night, low around 41. And again, we have a wind advisory in effect until 3 p.m. this afternoon with Constant west winds between 25 and 30 miles per hour. Wind gusts can be around 50 to 55 miles per hour. Then winds decreasing later this afternoon. Clear tonight on Veterans Day evening. Low tonight around 24 degrees. Sunny on Thursday, high near 60 degrees. West-northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Thursday night, low around 30. 5-area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
The Muleshoe Elementary Schools placed third overall in the Elementary University Interscholastic League District competitions Tuesday, held here in Muleshoe, hosted by Mary DeShazo Elementary. Muleshoe had 289 points behind first place Shallowater, who had 554 points, and second place, Littlefield, 439. As I said, Muleshoe third with 289. Then fourth place was Tulia, fifth, Friona, and sixth, Dimmitt. Now, those who won first place for Muleshoe in the UIL academic meet in second grade creative writing, Abigail Jones won first. Also, the fourth grade music memory, first place was Denise Pacheco, and the fourth grade music memory team also placed first, and that was composed of Denise Pacheco, Aubrey Brown, Sebastian Curvin, Eileen Montehongo, and Riley Woodard. Then in the fifth grade social studies, Dalen Mount was first, and the team of Dalen Mount, Jaslyn Aguirre, and Jonathan Valencia placed first also. In third grade storytelling, Vada Mora was first, and congratulations to all these first place winners from Muleshoe. We are very proud of each one of you and all of those who participated from all of the schools. We'll be back with more Muletrain news, and we'll tell you about Chris Flores and what he has been accepted into at Tech.
Chips are delicious. Have you been wasting time looking for a good meal? Well, go to Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard and try the Irma's Special. If you are under 12, try the grilled cheese. You know Leal's in Muleshoe is the original Leal's Mexican restaurant. I highly recommend it. 5 generations of our family have eaten at Leal's. What did you say, Isla? Chips are delicious.
This edition of the Muletrain News is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where you can show your school spirit with the First Bank. School Spirit MasterCard debit cards available now at the First Bank. Show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swipe your card. Available now at 202 South First Street, or for more information, call them 806-272-4515. They're available for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, or Bovina Mustangs. The School Spirit First Bank MasterCard debit card available now at the First Bank, where they're member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Going on today at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard. Stop by anytime today, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. on Wednesday, November the 11th, and get a free Medicare Part D review. Just write down or bring all of your medications with you. If you're not a customer, don't worry. Everyone is welcome. November is Diabetes Awareness Month, so stop by on Tuesday, November the 17th from 3 until 6 in the the afternoon to take their Diabetes 101 course. They'll have lots of information for you on diabetes and what you need to know to live a healthy lifestyle. Also, find out how you can get a free pair of diabetic shoes. November's product of the month is RX Solutions Diabetes RX Support, 10% off all month long. Diabetes RX Support is a multivitamin that helps replenish your body's nutrients that are depleted when you're taking diabetic medications. K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, 806-272-7511.
Muleshoe High School student Chris Flores has been accepted into the SMAP art classes at Texas Tech. Only 21 students from our region are honored to take this Saturday course. It's Saturday morning art project. Chris Flores will meet at 6 different Saturdays from January through April next year at Texas Tech University in Lubbock. SMAP provides recognitions and support for aspiring young artists during their formative years. It is an enrichment program that furnishes art experiences and educational opportunities, the visual arts for talented high school students from Lubbock and the South Plains area. This is a great opportunity for Chris Flores and all students to further their exposure in art. SMAP is supported and funded by the Helen Jones Foundation, Texas Tech University College of Visual and Performing Arts, and the School of Art at Tech. Chris Flores is a student of Sandy Chitwood at Muleshoe High School in her art classes. Well, it is certainly beat Slayton Muletrain news. The Muleshoe Mules will play Slayton on Thursday night at 7 at Friendship High School Stadium in by-district action. Muleshoe is the home team Thursday night, and admission is $4 for adults and $2 for students. And we encourage all Mule fans to wear their black and white and go to the send-off on the practice field on the Muleshoe High School campus on Thursday afternoon at 2:30, and then to the game at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. On Friday, we will have the entire video of the by-district game between Muleshoe and Slayton, and that will be here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, and also highlights of the game will be shown on our website, our Twitter, and also our Facebook /Gil Lamb. Now, there are other teams that are playing in by district from our actual district. Childress will play Denver City 7:30 Thursday at Sweetwater. Littlefield and Brownfield play 7 o'clock Saturday at Lubbock Lowry Field. And River Road plays Shallowater 7:30 Thursday at Plainview. In 2A, Sudan Hornets play Sunray 7 on Friday night at River Road. Sudan is from Class 2A, and they're number 4. They're 5-5 on their season, and Sunray is from District 1 2A, and they're number 1 from their district, and they're 6-4 on their season. Right here in Muleshoe, the Perryton Rangers will play Midland Greenwood Friday night at 7 in Benny Douglas Football Stadium in by district. 4A Division 2 by district is Perryton is second place from 1-4A, and Midland Greenwood is third place from 2-4A. Other games 1A, Amherst 6-4 plays Whitehall 6-4 at 7 Friday at Lorenzo. And 2A, Farwell plays Shamrock 1 Saturday afternoon at Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo. And Spring Lake Earth Wolverines take on Wheeler at 7 Thursday at Randall High School, and that is in the Canyon area. Now, after the Mules play Slayton, the winner of that game will go on to play the winner of the Breckenridge and Brady game next week. The Lone Star Varsity Weekly Super Team from the Lubbock Avalanche Journal offensively, quarterback Danny Campus, a senior at Muleshoe High School, and Danny Campus threw for 6 touchdowns in a 42-25 win over Littlefield last Friday night here at home to win the district outright. The Muleshoe Athletic Booster Club, Littlefield players of the game, offensively, Jason Flores and Danny Campus. Defensive, Kevin Mendoza, most valuable player, Tony Castillo. Special teams, Pepe Mendoza. And Slobber Knocker Award went to Cameron Hardwick. On Wednesday morning, the morning started early for veterans in the Muleshoe area who were honored at an assembly at Muleshoe High School, Carrie Moore's auditorium. Also on Wednesday, they served a Thanksgiving luncheon in the Muleshoe High School cafeteria. Don't forget the send-off Thursday afternoon at 2:30 for the Mules, and the game then at 7 o'clock at Friendship High School Stadium. The all-region choir will be in Abilene Friday and Saturday, and the freshman Lady Mules will play at Hereford on Saturday morning at 7. However, Coach Kerry Sutter says the Lady Mules game this weekend has been changed to Friday. The JV will play at 5 at Brownfield, and then the varsity Lady Mules will play the Lady Cubs at Brownfield following the 5 o'clock JV game, and that is changed to Friday. The Watson Junior High School boys basketball teams play Thursday, November the 19th, here in Muleshoe, and they will take on the Dimmitt Bobby Cats. In our bargain basement, we have an estate sale that will be held Saturday, all day, 8 to 4 at 210 West Avenue G. They have furniture, a dinette set, TV, clothes, washer, dryer, linens, and everything must be sold in this estate sale Saturday, 8 to 4 at 210 West Avenue G. And that's furniture, dinette set, TV, clothes, washer and dryer, linens, and everything must be sold. And I want to say it does pay to advertise on Channel 6 because thank you. I have shoe boxes for my rock children at the First United Methodist Church to make nativity scenes out of, and I appreciate it greatly. And we'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment on this Veterans Day and Beat Slayton Muletrain. Jimmy Royston of Royston Gins Incorporated at the Pleasant Valley site says quality ginning does not have to cost more. 2015 ginning charges at the Pleasant Valley Gin include seed price $240 per ton, ginning $2 per 100 pounds, bagging and ties $20 per bale, and classing $220 per bale. The classing office informed the Pleasant Valley Gin that there is some cotton classing below grade BG, which is ineligible for the loan, and it is difficult to nearly impossible to sell. If they make a BG grade, the Pleasant Valley Gin will gin it free. You only have to pay Mr. Farmer for the bagging and ties and classing, which is $22.20 per bale. The Pleasant Valley Gin is located 4 miles off of the Highway 70 to your north, then on County Road 165. Remember, quality ginning does not have to cost more. Call Jimmy Royston at Pleasant Valley Gin, 806-965-2301, or his cell phone, 806-477-8932.
You're invited to eat Thanksgiving with the Dinner Bell right here in Muleshoe, 2103 West American Boulevard on Sunday, November the 22nd, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They'll be serving turkey, dressing, green bean casserole, honey glazed ham, salad bar, and desserts at Thanksgiving with the Dinner Bell. Javad and all his employees invite you to come by 2103 West American Boulevard, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sunday, November the 22nd. Don't forget that he is taking orders now for honey glazed hams prepared for takeout for your special occasions during this holiday season. Call 806-272-4080 or 806-438-6924. The Dinner Bell is also available for your Christmas parties. You can book the entire restaurant and they'll close down for you. Again, call for more information, 806-272-4080 or 806-438-6924. And everyone is invited for Thanksgiving at the Dinner Bell, Sunday, November 22nd, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Turkey, dressing, green bean casserole, honey glazed ham, salad bar, and dessert. The Dinner Bell wishing you a very, very happy Thanksgiving.
The Muleshoe Area Medical Center is upgrading its computer software. Patients need to register at the hospital front desk. Hospital admissions forms have been modified. And the clinics, that includes the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic and the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe. Patients may notice that exams take a bit longer as providers enter information into their new electronic health records. That's the Muleshoe Area Medical Center is upgrading its computer software now. On Veterans Day, this Wednesday, today, November the 11th, at the Oneida Wagnon Senior Citizen Center, they recognized all their veterans and served a Thanksgiving meal. Also, on Thursday, November the 19th, next week, they'll be honoring everyone who has a November birthday and is a senior citizen in this area. So be sure and make note of that. And afterwards, on Thursdays, they always play bingo. Please bring an item for the Bailey County Food Pantry in Muleshoe. Barbara Melbourne had a procedure Tuesday morning on her spine to relieve the pain. She is in room 390 at University Medical Center in Lubbock and probably will be moved for physical therapy at a later date to another facility. Barbara Milburn of Muleshoe, of course, is one of our fine retired school teachers, and Gil Robert and I on Tuesday evening visited her in the hospital at UMC. Also on our prayer list, remember her son, Bill Milburn of Amarillo. He was there when we visited with Mrs. Milburn, and he is doing well after his surgery. Arminda Orozco, who worked for Jesse and Irma Leal at Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant for 23 years, needs to be on our prayer list also. Charlotte Holt, And I was talking with Julie Becker, who is the superintendent of Slayton ISD, and she said that Xavier Ramirez, who was the football player from Slayton who had the cardiac arrest recently, is doing very, very well, and he is even hoping he'll be back and able to attend Thursday night's by-district game with the Mules. So that is good to know, but continue to remember Xavier Ramirez on your prayer list. Ollie Mae Clausen of Beulah has been moved to the Hickory Place in Levelland, and she is the mother of Ivan Noble of Muleshoe. And also her daughter, Brenda Brown of Levelland, is in Covenant Medical Center for the 4th time since September the 10th. Her husband, Bernie Brown, had a kidney removed, and he is doing quite well. We're glad to report. Alan Jones, another brother-in-law of Ivan Noble of Muleshoe, lives in Eunice, New Mexico, and he's finished his radiation and chemo and now is scheduled for surgery in Lubbock on December the 8th. Always remember little Reed Markle, 1 year old, the son of Miss Ryan Markle, and he is still undergoing treatment in Plano. Alma Burton and her husband are in our prayers, and also Alton Burton, her husband. Leona Harris, Nina and Bob Landers, G.R. Lassiter, Joan Lewis's brother, Laurinette Mason, Mary Ellen Robertson, Maxine and Clinton Rogers, Carrie John Schuster, Doris and R.L. Scott, Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner, and Glenn Watkins over in Plainview. Also remember Joellen Cowart. She went to Dallas this week to her doctor, and her son Joel Cowart also needs to be on our prayer list. The family of Lupe Oliveras, 69 of Muleshoe, and Mary Hannah, 81 of Sudan, Lois Atwood, 64 of Muleshoe, and Norma Jo Prather, 79 of Bovina, formerly of Muleshoe, and Jim Smith, 71 of Earth, Delmer Clements, 74 of Muleshoe. All of these families we remember in our prayers, along with Chris Hodnett, 77 of Muleshoe.
Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News Program, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News Program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Find our last several months' worth of Muletrain News Programs free of charge, on demand, anytime you want to listen to them on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Veterans Day in Lone. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. Check them out online, bcecoop.com. And the board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hope that you enjoyed the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
A lot of veterans played dominoes on tables that are now in the museum at Lone, a small community near Brady.
Men used to even bring their kids to school, drop them off, and in the wintertime when they didn't have anything to do, they'd play dominoes. Or come over and pick them up early. They'd come early and play dominoes. Eunice Day is in charge of the museum, which was once a general store. It was the L.O. Marshall store. He married Rosa Lone. She was the oldest daughter of the Lone family.
The store has an old candy case, which kids loved.
They used to come in here and they'd look at all the candy, and you could get stuff for a penny. You know, if they had a dime, they could just fill up with all kinds of stuff.
In one corner of the museum, the walls are full of photographs of veterans.
We have 2 veterans who were in Life magazine. This is Philip Bloomer. He flew 198 missions off of an aircraft carrier in Vietnam. And then we have one Brigadier General, Leo Turner.
Eunice has worked hard on the veterans display.
I've written up a little story about each one.
The museum ran out of wall space, and now the pictures and stories are in a notebook.
There's a little over 200 here, and I still have 100 I haven't done.
Why did you want to do all the veterans?
Well, because we need to honor them and remember them. Every one of them's a hero.
Veterans Day is a big deal in Lone.
We usually have it out at the cemetery. The whole high school and all the little kids come out, and they put the flags out at the veterans' graves. We have 56 World War veterans buried in our cemeteries in what we call the Lone Valley. Veterans come out and they stand there and tell them, you know, what they did and where they served.
A high school history teacher brings her students to the museum in the afternoon.
We always have refreshments here for everybody. And they come over and sit around and talk with veterans, and they'll tell them stories, you know, they like that.
Eunice Day of Lone.
These guys went through so much.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.